How's it going? All right, so obviously, first day of the week, really full speed work. Working on base, first, second down. So just finished our walkthrough. It was good. So we know the challenge ahead of us with this opponent. Playing really good football, very efficient on offense. The two receivers and this running back make it go. And then, obviously Stafford, his ability to see it, throw it, and accurate passer. So, it'll be challenging. And then defensively, this is a young group led by, obviously the Hall of Famer over there, Aaron Donald, and playing at a high level right now, run and hit. They're able to get off the field and give the ball back to that offense. So this will be challenging.
You mentioned Monday you'd have maybe a little bit of read on LaPorta after 48 hours. It's been about 46 on offense.
Yeah, I don't know if we're quite there yet. I think the best way to say it, because I know it'll come up every day, but he's improving. He was out there walkthrough, and I don't foresee us knowing anything or it feeling like we have a real good picture until probably Friday afternoon. So, but every day we're going to do more with him. But he's improving.
What is the balance between just having him there versus having him being able to be, who he's been the past 18 weeks?
Well, if we don't feel like he can help us, then there's no need of having him. I'd just say that.
I think we all have a good understanding of what Aaron Donald can do and has done in this league. They've paired him with a young defensive tackle in Kobe Turner that's racked up a ton of sacks this year. I think that's probably ideal, as you get a guy that can feast on those one-on-one matchups with what Donald commands. But what have you seen on film from Turner and what he's given that defense as well?
I think what you just said, disruptive TFLs. In the pass game, quarterback pressure, sacks. And there again, it's no different than when we talk about defense, and we had to, you have to put a number of resources on 18. When you do that, somebody else is getting singled up, and it's no different than him. If you're going to put your attention on 99, then we got to win our one-on-one versus 91. So it's challenging, He's playing at a high level. He's really coming on, and he's helping them because of that. And the minute you try to take care of him, then Aaron is by himself, and we know what he can do. There again, though, I still like our matchup. I love our O-line, and we've seen a lot of good defenses this year. We've faced a lot of good guys, a lot of good fronts, and have accepted those challenges. So, this will be no different. This will be a big challenge. Our guys accept it, and it's the strength of our team.
Rams are, 7-3 in the playoffs under Sean McVay. Just to you, what makes a coach, find that success in the playoffs versus the regular season? Is there a difference in that too?
Well, I just think for no different than what they do during the regular season, what he's always done. They do a good job of finding the weakness in the opponent and attacking that weakness, but also staying true to who you are. What got you there in the first place. Just stay in the same lane as you're in with asking your quarterback to do what he does well, that O-line, the running back, the receivers. And so he's always stayed true to who he was, given the roster that he has, So I think that's what has made him successful, He doesn't deviate from what they are, It doesn't mean he's not going to have wrinkles and ways to attack, but, man, they're very consistent and just efficient. I bring it up again. They do all the little things right. They don't make mistakes, and that's what happens. You get in games like this. You make mistakes, they'll cost you.
They do a ton of that on-snap motion that has always been around, but it seems like it's really picked up steam in the last couple of years. I think they do it second most in the league, and with a lot of purpose. What challenges does that present for your defense? And then, you guys do plenty of it as well, so just being able for them to, having seen that in practice all season long, how much does that help your guys prepare?
It helps, and here's what I'd say. This is, and I know for us, you know, the challenge with it is really not what it does to you defensively from a you know, schematic standpoint. It's more about the eye candy of it. You know, if you'll just stay true to your rules and understand who's got that motion, who's got this turbo motion, and play your rules, and don't let those things, you know, don't start chasing the butterflies, man. Just you stay focused on your responsibility, your keys, and don't, because one step the wrong way with that motion, and all of a sudden we lose a support player, and that's where they get you. Because this back is patient, and when he sees it, he's able to make the cut.
And the Sunday night lights, the national television, the big game atmosphere, because this team has been there and done that at Kansas City, at Green Bay, even at Dallas, and responded well. Do you think they're more prepared for this?
Yeah, we are. I know we are. I'm not worried about that, the stage, all of those things, because we've dealt with that for a while now, and I feel like we're prepared for that. You know, it's going to come down to all the same things it does in every game for us. It's going to be the fundamentals, you know, and I think the other thing when you get in some of these, which is a little bit new, is I said this last week, is players don't press. You know, to make a play, go the other way. Man, I'm going to make, and you're trying so hard to make a play that you get out of position, or you put a teammate out of position, and it puts a strain on everybody around you, and all of a sudden, you know, everything breaks down. That's what we got to stay. Just stay focused on that. You know, you want to make a play so bad you jump out of your gap, and then all of a sudden they hit you on a run. So those are the little things, man. Just stay true to what we've done and what's gotten us to this point. We won 12 games for a reason. We're where we're at for a reason. Let's do it again.
That's most of the things you said you liked about Jared Goff, just his ability to stay even keel. How much does that benefit him in a week like this when it's playoffs, the magnitude of the game, you know, his old team and old coach on the other sideline, all the noise? How much can that help him?
Yeah, I think it's a ton. I think it's, you know, I think it means a lot. I think it means a lot. And he's wired the right way. He's been through this. He's been to the big one. You know, so he's dealt with this a number of times, not just the playoff wins. And, you know, I bring this up again. He came to our place, NFC Championship game, and won the game for him, you know. And so he's been in the big ones, and he understands what it is. He understands that you can't get too high or too low. You focus on your job.
On the flip side of well, Amon-Ra, I mean, he's came out publicly a couple times and said he was pissed off by that Pro Bowl snub. That's kind of motivating and pushing him. How much do you like that, you know, him to carry that extra chip and just keeping that in perspective as well, to not put too much on his shoulder for this playoff game?
Well, I'm glad, because, you know, he needs something to motivate him. Look, Saint will always he's going to find that, and that's what you got to love about him. That's why he's the ultimate competitor, because he can look at something and say, you know what, all right, well, if you don't think it's good enough, watch this. So, yeah, I mean, there's a reason why he's who he is, and it's because he's wired that way. There's nothing fake about that. That's exactly how he thinks. Watch him in practice. He works like that every day. He works like he wants to be the best, and he believes he can be the best. And so, man, you can't have enough of those guys. I mean, how do you fail when you have guys like that?
What'd you think of What'd you think of the three safety rotation from last week after rewatching it back on film?
Yeah, I thought it went well. You know, I thought all three of those guys handled it well. All three of them produced, and it's good to have them.
For Jameson Williams, you said this year his goals were more about fundamentals and mastering the position. Now that you're at this point in the season, just wondering, why do you potentially have trust in him to utilize him more?
Well, he's earned that. He's making plays, and he's much more consistent. And all he's got to do is exactly what he's been doing every week. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. He's getting better.
Can I ask you one more, Dan? Sorry, go ahead.
Justin, and then in the back last week.
Just, we talked about Johnson and Glenn here getting opportunities. Disner has apparently also received a request. I don't know what his role is and how it interacts with you, but you know, just what he does for you guys as an organization and why he is deserving of this opportunity, in your opinion.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a number of things, you know, that he's dealt when, you know, 2 years ago, a ton of it dealt with, you know, the cap, structuring of contracts, free agency, and then it's just grown from there, you know. Certainly Rod has groomed him to be a little bit more, and he's got oversight in a lot of the administrative portion of what we do here. But he's been outstanding. I mean, he's worthy of a shot, you know. And so we're happy for him too. But you know, there again, the focus is on us right now, and I'm not going to go off of that. And look, as long as Rod's here, we're golden. So life's good.
Going back to that chip on the shoulder, Jared Goff, understanding what the magnitude of this is and the quarterback history here. When he got traded here, though, he did say he has a bit of that chip on his shoulder. How do you see him carrying that into this weekend?
Well, look, I don't think you're going to see anything different than what he's been. I don't think he's going to say anything different. I mean, it's human nature to feel a certain way when, you know, you would feel the same way. And that's just human nature. But I think he's handled it all well. I don't think this is going to be something that he loses sleep over, that he loses focus on. He understands this. If you really feel that way, the best way to do it is to play the very best football you can play. And for him, that means I got to go back to the walkthrough, the meeting rooms, the walkthrough, the practice. I got to be on point, my footwork, the run checks, I got to read the coverage, you know, I got to read this top down, I got to get the progress, all those little things that come with playing the position, he's got to be on it. And that's the best way to, you know, to get what you want. All right.
Thank you, Danny.